100 rated chess, but you can only make a single pawn move for the entire game. Sounds absolutely impossible and can very quickly lead to a massive problem of lacking center control. But of course, I'm not a coward. We get a 134 from India. Well, since I only get to move one pawn in this entire game, of course we're gonna avoid using that pawn move for now. I mean, who knows, maybe I can actually win this game with only the horses. E5. And we're up to a very good start. Queen h4. Aha. Knight back to f3. Alright. Now the plan is very simple. I mean, the plans were always simple anyway. The plan is to capture his queen with our knight, and then he resigns. We don't even use the pawn move. Queen e4. Free tempo, let's go. Queen f4. Knight d5. Maybe he doesn't see a backward move. He does. But that still blunders c7. King d8. Aha. Now comes the real question. Do I take his rook? If I take his rook, I get a lead in materials, but my knight gets trapped, and I will only have one knight to play with, which I predict will very quickly force me to make the pawn move. You know what? I don't need to take that. I mean, what is the purpose of capturing a rook from a 100 rated player anyway? The games never last long enough for those things to see the light of day. We will 100% stick to the plan, and put total focus on his queen. b6. Not very aggressive. Knight back to c3 again. Queen e6. Knight g5. Queen g4. That blunders the other rook fork. King e8. Same situation as before, knight back to e5. Queen h4 again. Knight f3 again. At this rate, I'm not gonna be surprised if there's a random draw by repetition comes out from nowhere. Queen h5. That puts the queen on a more difficult square to attack. I'll bring the other knight closer. Or he can come closer to me. I'll go back then. I can't believe his queen is still alive after all those moves. Queen e6. Knight g5. Queen g6. Knight f3. Knight c6. That was not a queen move, we are evolving to a new phase here. Knight h4. Trust me. He will eventually blunder. Or abandon the game. Ha! Making the first heaven on queen move and then immediately resigning the game after that. Very relatable. But anyway, mission accomplished. It's reading comments time. You can indeed castle through check and drawback chess, but they can actually unperson your king. Found that out the hard way, lol. Okay, I cannot imagine how it works because that square was supposed to be taken over by the rook, but we'll definitely test it out in a very near future. Will you make a Gotham chess collab? I don't think he even knows who I am. I think he is a girl though. Mr. Simp, are you having trouble recognizing women, even when they're Asian themselves? Just because the player uses a girl's profile picture doesn't mean they is a girl. Maybe he was using his girlfriend's picture, or his sister's picture, or his mom's picture, or his dad's girlfriend's picture, or his neighbor's picture, or a random K-pop idol's picture. We'll never know.